Molly's dad, Rob Tibbets. Rob, our thoughts and prayers are with your family and with your daughter as this search continues. Any new developments you can share with us tonight?
No, nothing new to share. We're just going to have to rely on the authorities and their investigation. They have a terrific team, and so we just have to put our faith in them.
Rob, when was the last time you talked to Molly?
I talked to Molly Sunday for about 3 hours. We talk regularly on the phone. I live in California. She was out earlier this year for my wedding, and so we just talked about she's going to the Dominican Republic for a wedding, her boyfriend's brother. She's getting back to school, books she's reading, just the usual stuff.
She was wearing a Fitbit when she was running. Authorities have at least told us that much. What can you tell us tonight about how that's helping them track down her whereabouts and where she might have been last?
I don't know. The authorities, as you said, are circumspect with all of the information, and so they're not sharing that sort of information with us as well.
A lot of questions about what state the house she was staying in, her boyfriend's house, while he was off on this construction job, and she was there dog sitting, as much as we've been told. Something that has not been mentioned much was were the dogs there? Have the dogs been found? Were they at home when the authorities arrived at the house?
Yeah, the dogs are at the house. I was just there yesterday, and they're in perfect condition.
Interesting. And so now they're waiting for new evidence. They may have new evidence in their possession, but are they sharing that with you, Rob?
No, they're not, and for obvious reasons. The last thing the authorities want to do is share information that would give an advantage to anybody who would need to use that right now.
The last we heard before the latest developments was that the last she was seen or heard of was on that run. And now the new developments today is that the last she would have been seen was this photo she took, Snapchat, to her boyfriend, and it looked like she was indoors. Would it be like Molly to be working on her computer and doing homework late into the evening like they believe she was now?
It wouldn't be unusual. When she was staying with us in California, she was on the computer quite a bit. She was taking online courses, so that wouldn't be unusual, but none of the timeline has been confirmed by the authorities, at least not to our knowledge. And so a lot of this is now conjecture and speculation that we just can't confirm.
I know they are not ruling anything out at this point, Rob. What does the search on the ground look like at this point? How vast has it become?
Well, the search, as far as we know, and again, they're very discreet and they're very professional, although I know they're very aggressive. We don't know that much about what we learn really through the media. And then we talk every day with the authorities, and they give us a briefing, but it's a very general briefing that they're making progress, that sort of thing.
While you were on, I wanted to make sure everyone knows that the tip line is 641-623-5679, because Rob, you have said that's what we need, and sometimes in cases like this, all it takes is one tip or one thing someone saw that was unusual that day that could lead to finding Molly.
Absolutely. That is the one thing that we can do. And so there's sort of three parts of this effort. And one is our partners in law enforcement. The other part is the local community. And there's a group that is creating all of the information, the yard signs, the posters, the banners, the pins that people, the magnetic things that people are putting on trucks and cars. You can't go anywhere in Iowa without seeing a picture of Molly. But the point is that we need to drive that information. Someone saw something, and they may not even know that it's significant. And so don't hesitate. Have the courage to call that number. It's totally anonymous. The authorities have plenty of resources to sort through what's real and what isn't. And so I talked to them again this morning, the authorities, and they said, the only reason we're doing these interviews and partnering with the media, and we're really grateful to the media to help us get this story out. And I can't tell you how grateful we are. But the point of all of this is that someone knows something and they need to call the authorities.
Rob, finally, how are you doing tonight? How's your family?
You know, we have a tough family, and we're fighting, and we wake up and we go back at it. And so, you know, we feel about the way you'd expect a family to feel that has someone that we love as much as Molly. But that's really not important. What's important is Molly. So we've set that all aside, and we just keep going at it.
As we've been talking, we've had that tip line for Molly up on the screen.
Thank you.
I know your message to anybody who saw anything to please call in. And our thoughts and prayers are with you and your family and for all those involved in this search, Rob.
Thanks so much. We really appreciate it.
We hope the absolute best. Thank you.